Once you have set up your grade calculations for one course and one marking period, typically teachers want to copy that to the rest versus recreating it in each one. It typically takes a little bit more time to do it, to create it and set it up, than to just copy it. You're welcome to set it up separately though. To get back here, remind yourselves that you go to settings and go to traditional grade calculations, and here's where you'll see all of your courses. I'm going to open this up to show you that the one I want to copy from is this quarter one, because I changed it from the default of total points to what I wanted, which was category weighting. So I've already set that up, had a video for that. This is now to copy this to others. In order to copy, you come up here to the settings and you choose copy traditional grade calculations. And here's where you can choose, do I want to copy within a class or to another class? First, I'm just going to do this class to get this one set up for the rest of the marking periods, and then I'll come back and do this for the other classes that I have. So within this class, I'm going to choose where I want to copy from, which is the one I was just in, and I want to choose this quarter one, which is a category weighting, which is nice. It sets that up and shows you that this one you changed from the default total points to the category weighting. And then, so that's the from. Now I want to choose where to set that to, and it's within the same class. So it's just going to give me that option of changing it to copying it to quarter two in this class. So once I have that set up, it's going to, do I want to recalculate my final grades? If you're doing this in the beginning, there aren't final grades, so you don't necessarily have to do this, but it depends. If you forgot to set this up, your grades might be off. So depending on your category weighting that you wanted, so that's up to you whether or not you need to do that. When you click validate, it's going to take you to a screen and have you just check again from this class to this class and recalculate final grades, yes. And you're going to copy from quarter one to quarter two, copy the calculations and copy the drop. So it's going to copy both of those settings that you have. And once you're ready and everything looks good, if there's any sort of info here, it will let you know if there was like an error. You will hit copy. And once that's copied, you will get a note here to say that that's copied. And you'll see this one here now says, the second one that previously said total points, now says category weighting. If you want to check it out, you can always come here and check that out and see and make sure it was the way that you wanted it. And remember, we set up those in a different video, the drop low scores. So once it's copied, you can go back in and edit and change it. Quickly again, we will look at that. If you want to copy from one course to a different course, you still come up here to the settings cog and choose copy traditional grades. Instead of within a class, you would do another class. And here's where you're going to say again, from a particular class. So we're looking at semester, I believe the one I was looking at was a semester one course. I believe we'll see here. And go to where. So then you're going to pick, I'm going to have it, we'll say we're doing this in semester one in the beginning of the year. So instead of going, I'm going to go from my calculus to the other ones. So if I do this for all of them, I don't want to check them all. I want to check this, and it's going to check all of them. So that's going to go to all the rest of my semester one courses that I have. Is it going to recalculate again? Typically you set this up in the beginning, so you don't necessarily need this. The first video I did, so this one I'm going to say no. When I go to validate, it's going to show me what it's doing. Carefully look at each one, make sure this is what you wanted. Again, I don't have any info, there's no errors here. So it's going to look at copying from quarter one to quarter one, quarter two to quarter two, semester one to semester one, from the calculus AP to pre-calculus, and it's not going to recalculate those. So just check this out for each one. If you had more, there would be more there, and you hit copy. And now you'll notice these also say category weighting here, whereas before they were the default of the total points. If you open up the geometry, I didn't do that yet, but if you open up geometry, those are still the total points. So you can copy it again to your other courses. To copy, you do the cog and choose copy traditional grades.